Dr. Elena Marlowe grew up in a small, forgotten village nestled deep within the mountains, where her fascination with the mysteries of nature was nurtured by the towering trees and whispering winds. From a young age, she was captivated by the stars, spending countless nights gazing at the heavens, with nothing but a tattered astronomy book and her imagination. As she matured, Elena's curiosity expanded beyond the stars, leading her to study biology, chemistry, and physics with an insatiable hunger for knowledge. Despite the financial struggles of her family, she earned a scholarship to a prestigious university, where she quickly became known as a prodigy. At university, Elena met Professor Gregory Hale, a brilliant but reclusive physicist who recognized her potential and took her under his wing. Together, they embarked on groundbreaking research that sought to unify the forces of nature, a project that consumed their every waking moment. Elena's life became a delicate balance between her studies, her research, and the loneliness that came with her singular dedication to science. She rarely saw her family, and her friendships dwindled as she isolated herself in the lab, driven by a relentless pursuit of discovery. One fateful evening, while working late in the lab, Elena stumbled upon an anomaly in their data, a potential breakthrough that could change the course of their research. She rushed to share her findings with Professor Hale, who was initially skeptical but soon realized the significance of her discovery. Their collaboration deepened, and together they published a series of papers that shook the scientific community, earning them accolades and invitations to speak at conferences around the world. Elena, however, remained grounded, her heart still tied to the simple beauty of the natural world that had first sparked her curiosity. As their fame grew, so did the pressures of academia, with funding battles, rivalries, and the ever-present threat of failure looming over their work. Elena found herself questioning the ethical implications of their research, especially as they ventured into uncharted territories with the potential for both great benefit and great harm. One day, while attending a conference in a distant city, Elena met Dr. Samuel Lee, a bioethicist whose perspectives challenged her to rethink the purpose and impact of her work. Their conversations ignited a new passion in Elena, one that balanced her scientific pursuits with a deep concern for the moral responsibilities of a scientist. As the years passed, Elena became a leading voice in the scientific community, advocating for responsible research practices and the consideration of ethical implications in scientific advancements. Despite her success, she often felt a pang of longing for the simpler days of her youth, when the world was less complicated and her dreams were pure. Tragedy struck when Professor Hale, her mentor and friend, passed away suddenly, leaving Elena to carry on their work alone. In the wake of his death, she found herself at a crossroads, torn between continuing their research and pursuing a new path inspired by her growing interest in bioethics. After months of introspection, Elena made the difficult decision to step away from the laboratory and dedicate herself to teaching and mentoring the next generation of scientists. She believed that by instilling a sense of ethical responsibility in her students, she could make a greater impact on the world than through her research alone. In her later years, Elena published a memoir reflecting on her journey, sharing her insights on the challenges and rewards of a life dedicated to science. The book became a bestseller, resonating with readers from all walks of life who found inspiration in her story of perseverance, integrity, and the pursuit of knowledge. As she neared the end of her life, Elena returned to the village of her childhood, where she found peace in the familiar sights and sounds of nature. Surrounded by the mountains and the stars that had first captured her imagination, she spent her final days in quiet contemplation, content with the legacy she had left behind. Dr. Elena Marlowe passed away peacefully in her sleep, her life a testament to the power of curiosity, dedication, and the enduring quest for understanding. Her contributions to science and her advocacy for ethical research practices continue to influence the field, ensuring that her spirit lives on in the work of those she inspired.